Hey there, Reynar here, just checking in. Want to do a quick stats review for June of 2009. Well, good news. June was a lot like May. We saw a decrease in inventory and we saw an increase of sales, which is good news all around. So let's jump in and look at some of the numbers. I think the most interesting stats are the relationship between sales and inventory. 3170 for sales in June of '09. If you look at June of '08, 2495, that's about 675 sale difference. The really interesting thing is how inventory has come down from June of '08. 14,000 listings on the market in June of '08, if you remember that, and a slow and steady decline, a little bit of a seasonal decline here, and we pumped up for the spring, but down to 93, 91, that's about 4,800 less listings from a year ago. That combined with more sales, and that's why we're in a more balanced market, and the health of the market is looking a lot better than it did a year ago at this time. The one thing to watch, and let's sort of project out into the future if we can a little bit. I know that's tough. None of us have a crystal ball. None of us know where the market's going, but the one thing to watch, if you remember from the fall of last year, September through to December into the winter in January, really low sales. We saw a steady decline for basically 5 months to under 1,000 sales for 2 months. That was pretty bleak for a lot of the market, and that's what continued to keep things really slow. What we'll watch for is how July and August are, and if we're seeing any of those signs of reduced activity as we head into the fall. But so far, all signs are good. Just one other thing to take a look at, and I think it's really important, it's absorption rate. It's the number of houses on the market based on sales. That number has dipped, as you can see, right back into a balanced market. That's what we want. It's basically 3 to 4 months of inventory creates a balanced market. That's where we are. If you look at that period we just talked about over the fall and winter of '08 and into the winter of '09, huge amount of a month's inventory based on really low sales and inventory. We've come a long way from there, and it's looking a lot more like '06 and '07 from a balance perspective. We'll see if that trend continues and the prices start going up in correlation, because right now we haven't seen a huge increase in prices really. The median price has crept up, but I still think there's some micro economies out there where there is some price adjustments to be done. So on a final note, I just want to remind sellers, your house has to look great, it has to show really well, and it also has to be the best price house in its price range. We are not in a market where the sellers are calling the shots yet, so price is extremely important to make you have a competitive advantage against the competition that's on the market, and really look at the sales numbers to determine where your starting point is. Buyers, shop in a price range that you can afford, and do not bank on going out and getting a house 30 to 50,000 off list so that it is now in your price range. If you can spend up to 5, look up to 5. Don't look up to 550, 575 and then try and get it down. That's not the type of market we're in right now. So love to hear your comments on this. Info@robreynar.com. That's REYNAR, info@robreynar.com. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.